I mean, the buffoonery. I'm feeling very attacked right now. What is with that delivery? Did you kick it to my front door? Whoever delivered that from Star Trek Express, great job, great job. At least it wasn't anything fragile that you could have broken, but still, I did not appreciate the state that arrived in. Hey everyone, it's Adrian. Welcome back to ALTERKNIT. I am reviewing for you the Brooklyn Tweed Handknitting Kits. And this one is the Grove Twisted Stitch Mittens kit that I will be showing you today. How about that packaging though? Isn't that absolutely ridiculous? Okay, yes, I did open this because I needed to make sure that the product inside was okay and good enough to show you guys on film. Done. All right, this is the Brooklyn Tweed Handknitting Kit. These are relatively new from Brooklyn Tweed and they have a collection of different patterns ranging from beginner to intermediate to like adventurous beginner and probably experienced knitters. And I think that they are a really good idea. Then it's not unique to Brooklyn Tweed by any means. There are knitting kits on a lot of different websites from a lot of different companies, but I think these are really cute. I always think they're cute anyway, and I think they always make great gift ideas, especially if you know that somebody loves a particular product or a particular pattern, then it's kind of a no-brainer. You can just buy them this and it already comes kind of like packaged nice and pretty like. Or if you just want to treat yourself, then why not get one of these? I will tell you about the prices for this because I actually did break down components of this as best I could to see whether or not it was actually worth the money getting it in the kit. First and foremost, you get yarn. You get the yarn for the project, enough yarn that you're going to need for the project rather. And in this case, it is Brooklyn Tweed Shelter in the color Wood Smoke. I haven't reviewed Shelter, I have reviewed Loft. It's pretty much exactly the same thing, but Shelter is heavier weight yarn. The colorway I chose was Wood Smoke, which is one of the color options given or suggested for this kit. But the great thing is you can customize them and pick any color you want within that yarn range. I don't believe that you can choose the yarn that you get. I think that is set and locked into the kit. You also get a pattern in this project. Now I know what you're thinking. How did they fit a pattern in there? Well, they didn't. There is a coupon for an electronic download of the pattern. Brooklyn Tweed, when they sell their own patterns, they are electronic anyway. So all you need to do is go to the website, put the pattern in your cart, use the coupon code that you get provided in this kit and you'll get a download of the pattern. It's that easy. You also get a notebook. I love notebooks. I can't get enough of them. I even have like wish lists for notebooks. It's an obsession that goes beyond the yarn. But when I saw this kit, I was drawn to the notebook because it looks just like Field Notes kind of little tiny thin notebooks. And I love to use those for my projects. They can fit into project bags really easily. If you're traveling, like flying or whatever, it fits really well into your carry-on. I just really appreciate the small notepad, so I was excited to get that. With the price of the kit, so $38 plus 15 postage and handling, that's $53 all up, which is a lot of money for a pair of mittens. I understand, I get it. Could you do this for much cheaper? Yes, it's probably hard to do it for any more money than this, but that's what this is. I am going to be doing some more affordable yarns in the future because I don't want to be one of those people, not that I have like tons of money to splash around, but there's just certain things that I really like and I'm enthusiastic to show them to you. But I don't want to become that guy who's just showing you like expensive crap all the time and you know that might not be your budget and you can't relate. So I do appreciate cheaper yarns. One of my favorite yarns was like less than $3 or $4 for 50 grams of it. So it's totally on the other end of the spectrum and I love it. So don't worry, I will look at some cheap yarns in the future. So $53 or an Australian $66 and some change, that's quite expensive. So I broke it down into the components and to get the yarn and the pattern and the shipping is a US $49.50, which is about a $4 difference from the kit. And now you think about what you're getting for $4. It's not just a notepad that's kind of pricey at $4. You're also getting someone hand winding the yarn for you. And I wind mine by hand because I like to do it right. And I hate center pull. I don't know, are there any people out there that just think center pull is such a great idea, but when you actually go to do it, there's tangles and there's stress, and I don't need it in my life. So I like to wind it by myself, but actually sometimes I'm like, I can't be bothered, it takes so long. There's always the stress, are you gonna mess the whole skein up? So someone has done this for you, it's great. I just think it's convenient. So you're paying for convenience, you're paying for this notepad, and you are paying for the beautiful packaging kind of thing, which I know it's just black craft paper and whatever's inside it. The website does say that there's like decorative packaging. And it would have been a lot nicer if it hadn't just been completely busted up by the shipping process. But hey, that's not the retailer's fault. Anyway, I think it's pretty good given what you get. So let's dive in and have a look at this thing. So here it is, hand knitting kit, and there's some information there. What does that say? Oh God, I'm not gonna try and read that backwards. At Brooklyn Tweed, we're passionate about wool, knitting and design. We develop and manufacture breed-specific yarns that support domestic textile production, sourcing, scouring, dyeing and spinning our yarns within the US from sheep raised in the American West. Okay, great, lovely. And you can see here with that terrible delivery that this thing is looking a little worse for wear. But anyway, let's crack into it and see what is inside. Oh God. Doesn't that look like a wonderful mess waiting to happen? This is supposed to be like decorative packaging. Oh, what a mess. Can you see this stuff? I've been seeing this everywhere lately. Every unboxing I watch, there seems to be this like crinkled craft paper mess. This is a pretty grippy wool, but there's so much of this stuff. So that's the first thing you see when you open up the box. Let me just clean all of this away here. Is the yarn. And as I said before, this is the colorway Wood Smoke in Brooklyn Tweed Shelter, which is very similar to the Loft. Oh gosh, look at this. What a mess. It's processed in the same way, it's just a bit thicker. It's like getting things out of your dog's fur. So we get 2 skeins per kit for this particular one, the Grove Mittens. They look cabled, but it's apparently a twisted stitch mitten. And I love that these come pre-wound. When I sort of started buying yarn that was in skeins, I've told you this before, I really had trouble winding the yarn up into skeins, and I did ask a company if they could do it for me. That was nice and knit, and they were happy to oblige. I love this color. I don't know how well this is kind of reading on the monitor. And Reese was sort of laughing at me last time when he watched the video back, and he said, that color that you describe as oatmeal is absolutely nothing like oatmeal, and it's quite gray, so I don't know what I was thinking. I'm not gonna call this oatmeal either, but it's a really nice, natural, tweedy kind of color, which I love. All right, so what else is in here? There's 2 things. This black envelope here, very nice, and a notebook. I love to keep my notes in these books. Oh, that's very pretty. This notebook belongs to. Apparently there are different cover designs as well. They do say on the website that due to sort of demand issues, they can't guarantee a particular design, but I mean, whatever, they're all cute. Do we have any other information in here? Okay, so this is interesting. There's an index page so that you can have like little notes, contents and page number. I quite appreciate this because when I use notebooks, which are the field notes are 48 pages. What are these? 32 pages. Okay, so not too much smaller. There's multiple projects that I can put in the one notebook, so I like the fact that they have this index page at the front. All right, note, it's pretty simple dot graph paper with the date at the top. And is that it? Of course, always very thoughtful. Let me move this out of the way. On the left here, so some needle conversion table. And then on the right, we have standard gauges for things like lace weight and fingering, worsted yarn, and some suggested needle sizes. And on the back, it says, if found, please return to. So that's a really nice touch. And as you guys know, when I mentioned the pricing at the beginning of this, if you were to buy all of the components of the pattern, the yarn and get the shipping separately. The only real difference in price is around about $4. So you're getting the notebook as well as getting the yarn pre-wound as well. Reese is just like, let me see if you guys can see this. Okay, on to the little black envelope. So let's open up and see what is in here. I can see Grove Mittens. All right. This is the coupon for the pattern. There's a code there to get an electronic version of it because, of course, Brooklyn Tweed doesn't sell their own hardcover patterns, which I think is pretty strange. They do give them to you for free, and I think there are some resellers that you can buy the patterns off, but they don't sell them hard copy themselves anyway. So when you buy a pattern from Brooklyn Tweed Direct, it is an electronic copy. On the back, it has a little information. I'm going to check this before I show it to you. There's no information on it, no. It just says log into your account, add the pattern to your cart, check out, put in this coupon code, and download. Easy as. What could be easier? There is also some information about the yarn that you're using, shelter, and some care instructions as well. The attention to detail in Brooklyn Tweed products is always just very excellent. So this, what is this? It says something special just for you. Our project kits are assembled with care at our headquarters in Portland, Oregon. We hope this project provides you with many happy hours of making and results in a hand knit that will keep you or your loved ones warm for years to come. Then it has the color and the dye lot and a little signature packed by Gail. We love seeing your progress. # Brooklyn Tweed. It's always just so thoughtful and very detailed. I think it's really nice. A nice way to buy the project rather than just do it all separately. I'm just going to show you everything you get in here. You get your little thank you cards, your yarn information. I'm not going to... the yarn, the pattern coupon. And of course you get a whole bunch of decorative packing, or whatever they call this on the website. I just want to show you how easy it is to get the pattern. So you go to the Brooklyn Tweed website, and if you don't have an account with them, it's free to join up and to create an account. You just use your email and login details. Do you know when you like try and put your iPad down and the picture just wants to spin around all over the place? Okay, log in, it's remembered my details. I've got my code thingy here. I can show you now because I've already redeemed the code. So let's search for it. I'm just going to search, what is it called again? Grove Mittens, written for Arbor. Although I'm not buying this in Arbor, so what's that about? Were there options? I don't think there was options. That's bizarre. Anyway, whatever. I'm going to add that to my cart. Okay, well it says here, knit a pair in Arbor to let the stitches sing proudly, or in Shelter for a subdued effect that mimics moss-covered brambles. How poetic. But it's really interesting because the pattern that I'm knitting at the moment by Michelle Wong, it is a cable pattern, and I chose a yarn that was a little kind of like semi-solid tweedy almost, you know, the one I showed you last time. And what I'm really enjoying about that, and I am going to show you guys knitting a row of that pattern, and I'll show what I've done so far. I'm really enjoying the fact that these cables are not just like crisp and bold and sculpted from the yarn. It's a little bit more like worn in. I kind of love that look. Maybe that's because I've been working on, I don't know. Do you know what? I always blank on this particular pattern. It's a cable sweater, and I'm knitting it in Arbor, and it's a sort of, you know, they're solid colors, they're flat colors, not flat, like they're vibrant, but they're flat, as in there's no variation within them. And it's really sculptural, like very, very carved out cables, which is cool, but I wanted something a little bit different. So this is the pattern, and I just added that to my cart. So now I'm going to go to my cart. Ever since I got my iPhone 10, I've kind of neglected my iPad just because it's so fun and beautiful to use. And every time I use this now, I'm like, this is a ridiculously big screen. Like, who needs a screen this size? Anyway, all right, let's put our code in. I wonder if it's case sensitive. It doesn't look like it is. Let's see. Okay, that's really long and a bit annoying. A bit annoying. It does not exist. Oh, I always miss one letter or whatever in a code thing. I feel like nervous reading this out as if you're going to be able to get my code before I do somehow, even though I'm filming it and getting it before you could even see this. It's not rational, but whatever. That's what it is. Yes, we have a pattern now. All right, let's go. Proceed to checkout. Okay, it says, I'll zoom in here. I was like, total $8. What? $0. You see how that works? Free pattern. Not free, you paid for it. Whatever. Proceed to checkout. Then it goes to the billing details, which you already have them in there if you create an account, which you have to get this, which is fine. It's good. My account, my library. I love that on Brooklyn Tweed, if you've ever bought any patterns from them, there is a button that says add to Ravelry, and it can just add to your Ravelry. It's a hard word to say. Add to your Ravelry library. Oh God, help me. Because you only get 5 downloads from the Brooklyn Tweed website, and after you've downloaded it, I don't know what happens, but I realized this on the first pattern, and it says I have 2 downloads on that remaining. But if you put it into your Ravelry library, you get endless downloads, so why not do that? Is it gonna rain? It was raining all day yesterday. I wanted to film because it was beautiful. It would have made a great backdrop, but I didn't. I'm gonna edit this, and it's just gonna be 10 minutes of me staring down at my iPad screen. And here it is, it's the pattern. I'm not gonna show you all of it, obviously, because it's a paid pattern, but how great is that? In the kit, all of the yarn you're going to need for the project, the pattern, this gorgeous notebook, and, a little note saying that Gail boxed this up for you. So that's really cool. I think that's it. Final thoughts on this. Do I think that this is worth it? I do. Do I think that you absolutely need to buy this sort of stuff? No, I don't, because it is expensive. But if you have somebody that you know who loves knitting and they don't buy the higher branded stuff that costs more, but you know that they may like it, what a perfect gift to give somebody, or just to treat yourself like I did and used you guys as an excuse to buy something like this. But I'm really looking forward to knitting this up and showing you guys the finished project as well, because that rarely ever happens on this channel. Okay everyone, that's it for this review. If you haven't watched my video last week, please do. There is a link in the description box below. I have a giveaway going that is still currently open. You need to be subscribed to my channel and comment on that video. The winner will be announced shortly. I'm not gonna say when, but what a good idea to click that notification bell so that you get notified whenever I upload a new video, because it has been so sporadic in the past. Thanks for watching everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this video, and I will see you for the next one. Bye. I don't have the option.